YouTube, how you doing? Raj from the UK here, and today I'm going to be doing a video which I'm going to call The Unknown Fragrances, and this might turn out to be a series. I'll see how it goes. Basically, the idea behind this is that I'm going to be doing sort of first impressions or full reviews on full bottles of fragrances which I've never heard of before, are completely unknown to me. Recently I went on to a website called First in Fragrance, which is a really great German-based website, and I've used it quite a bit, and I clicked on their list of brands which they sell, and what I wanted to do was just choose some brands which I have never heard of. I've never heard of the brand name, never heard of any fragrances, never seen the fragrances before anywhere, so I wanted to be completely new and get my nose on some totally new fragrances from brands which I've never heard of before. So I did that, and I got a couple of samples in, and today I'm going to be talking to you about this Italian brand here. They're called La Collina Toscana Reserve, and the name of the fragrance is Loggia dei Mercanti, which means the Merchant's Lodge. Basically, very quick review on this. The fragrance is made up of 3 notes in the note breakdown anyway. Top notes of cedarwood, middle notes of sandalwood, and in the base you're getting an oud scent in there as well. So I've worn this for about 3 or 4 occasions, and what I've got to say is that this is a really great fragrance. I really enjoy it. One thing I would say is that it is extremely strong. It starts off really intense. They say that cedarwood and sandalwood are the kind of opening notes you're going to get, but to be honest, for me it just goes straight into an oud scent. Very strong. This is not a smooth oud. This is not a sort of a medicinal type scent oud. This is just in your face, really strong. It kind of reminds me of a few Montal fragrances. The ones I've come across from Montal have been more sweeter, and I haven't really enjoyed them, to be honest. I think they've been more on the feminine side, but I know that they do fragrances like dark oud and red oud, and this is kind of along the lines of red oud. Red oud is sort of it's almost described, I've heard some people say, as like a sort of edible scent, if that kind of makes sense. And that's what I get from red oud. In this fragrance, in Loggia dei Mercanti, it's kind of a much toned down scent. It's still quite sweet. Kind of reminds me of sort of warm biscuits. Like, you take biscuits and dunk them in hot tea, and it's really that kind of scent I get, mixed in with a sort of burnt wood sort of scent. It's quite sweet. It's quite sort of you get a great burnt wood scent in there as well, and it's very strong. This is almost a type of scent which, when you spray it on, you don't really, in the first couple of minutes, to be honest, I don't really enjoy smelling it because it was just so much. I couldn't actually handle the scent. Let it die down for about 10 minutes, and then you're really getting a nice smooth scent. And the top note of oud, to be honest, goes on for quite a long time. I know they say oud is in the base, but I really get it at the top. And after about 2 hours, you then start to see a woody scent come in there. It's, as I mentioned, quite a burnt wood scent, and in my experience of sandalwood in the past, is that it can be quite a sweet scent. Nothing like honey or vanilla or anything like that, but if you imagine a kind of sweet woody scent, and that's what you get for the remainder of the fragrance. It goes on for quite a long time. We're talking about the whole day, and I don't think you would want to be wearing this in the summer. Definitely when it cools down, that's definitely when you want to be wearing this fragrance. And I would describe it as quite simple, in the sense that the scent is quite dramatic in the opening, but then tones down into just a nice wood scent, and that's it. There aren't too many other fragrances going on in here. To be honest, I bought it because of the oud notes. I'm trying to get into fragrances. I like oud, and I've tried out so many different types of oud fragrances. This is one of my favourite ones. I do like oud scents from by Kilian. A little bit more than this. This is towards the Montal side of things, but nothing as intense as red oud or anything like that. So it's kind of in the middle. I don't have too much more to say about this. I just thought I'd kind of kick off this series with something short and sweet, and I definitely recommend you get a sample of this. It's not going to be for everyone. Some people are, I have a feeling it's a kind of love or hate type of fragrance, but if you're into your ouds and you want to try something new, something different from a brand which you maybe have never heard of, I never heard of it a couple of weeks ago, go out and check out this line. They have about 4 or 5 different fragrances in their line. I'm just on their website now actually. So yeah, there's about 4 or 5 different fragrances in there to explore. If I'm honest, this is more accessible for, I have a feeling it's more accessible for European based people, because I couldn't see too many websites, or actually I couldn't see any websites which are US based. So if you are based in the US, get a sample of First in Fragrance. You may have to pay a little bit extra for postage, but I would say it's worth trying. This fragrance is Eau de Parfum. 100 ml will cost you 85 euros, so I'm sure you can work out the conversion from there. So it's definitely up there in terms of prices, but nothing too extravagant or nothing too outrageous in terms of prices. So that's kind of all I have to say. I'll probably do a few more in this unknown fragrance series, so watch out for my take on a few more samples and maybe some full-size bottle reviews coming up soon. Thanks for watching, have a good night, bye.